Hello, everyone, and welcome to the wonderland of possibilities, where anything is possible and magic is real. My name is Venus Castleberg, your host, and I am so grateful to be here with you today. How did we get so lucky? So today I wanted to talk about what is inspiration and how do I catch it? I think it's interesting how we try so hard, and I'll just speak for myself. I did this for a very, very long time. Try so hard to think that somehow inspiration is going to swoop in and swoop us off the couch and out from in front of Netflix, um, and it's gonna carry us forward, and we're gonna be so excited, and it's always gonna be that way. We're gonna be like blissed out and excited and happy and and what I have learned about inspiration is it doesn't always work that way. As much as we would love for it to work that way, it doesn't always work that way. Um, it's not some storm cloud that, if you're lucky, you'll get struck by lightning and you'll have this brilliant idea that will make you billions of dollars and save the world. Not saying that that doesn't happen, and it's probably a little bit more rare. um, so you're like, well, that's great, Venus. Really inspiring. That's really motivating me and telling me that I can create anything. And you can, don't get me wrong. Um, and Jonathan says, inspiration walked in front of me in a cowboy boots and a skirt. I felt so lucky. That's awesome, Jonathan. I adore you. And that's exactly what I was wanting to touch in on, because inspiration can come from anywhere. If we're asking for it and we're looking for it, are we willing to see the signs or see for me, I actually can see, you know how they have plaster on the walls and then they plaster on ceilings? Well, I actually can see faces in them. Like, it's always some, cartoon character or animal or something, but just random shapes and faces in plaster. So I see that all the time, right? So where have you discounted inspiration because it wasn't like that bolt of lightning, or it didn't come from that one place that you thought inspiration was going to come from? Like Jonathan says that about, the cowboy boots, and that's awesome. And if he was looking for that in that moment or from that particular person, then would he have actually found it? Right? So this space of when you're like, oh, it becomes like this need and this um this forcing energy of like needing to find inspiration somewhere, instead of just lower your walls and barriers. And you can even do it right now with me if you'd like to. Lower your walls and barriers. Lower them more, more. Awesome. And now expand out. Expand out 100,000 miles in all directions. Up, below, around. Awesome. And now what are you aware of? Maybe you hear a song in your head. Maybe you read a poem. Maybe you take a moment to open an email that you normally wouldn't open because you don't have time or don't think there's going to be anything in there for you. And you're willing to actually read it or see what it's about. And you do find inspiration. Inspiration is everywhere all the time. But what it's not, though, is this magic pill that you take this magic pill and you will be inspired all the time. Because that's the other misconception, too, is sometimes you think, and again, I'm speaking for myself. I used to think, like, well, you know, um, once inspiration hits, then I'm going to be inspired forever. I'm going to have this brilliant idea, and it's going to be the thing that gets me out of bed every single day. And then there's the days that you're like, I know I have this project that I'm creating and I'm excited about it, but today I don't want to get out of bed. And what if that wasn't wrong either? Like, what can you be aware of and what possibilities are there? Right? Wonderland of possibilities is like anything is possible. You can find inspiration anywhere. And if you're willing to like be in the question and just look for inspiration in any way that it might actually show up for you, then it can show up as if by magic. It shows up in those weird, quirky little ways that you couldn't have expected. Jonathan says, I don't think anyone could have ever prepared themselves for my legs. He says your legs and art, Venus. He was talking about me. I was the girl in the cowboy boots and a skirt. And Jonathan, by the way, is an incredible poet. He's really, really, really good at poetry, and he's amazing. He can take something that he sees and turn it into this amazing poetry, song, art on paper, and use words to describe it. So this is a little bit twofold. It's the, don't give up, never give in, never quit. But are you asking for inspiration and then expecting it to show up only a certain way? And if so, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, black, pot, all nine shorts, boys, pill, bads, and beyonds. And if you've never heard me say that before, that's the clearing statement from Access Consciousness. And you can go to theclearingstatement.com. But it's just like a magic eraser so that you can start to open to different possibilities. Where you can be like, oh, yeah, I guess I was thinking that inspiration was going to come this way. And then you can't see it anywhere else. But it's in the trees. It's in the songs that you hear. It's in the words of your friend that you talk to. It's in the stucco, right? It could be anywhere. If you're willing to just ask, universe, show me something inspirational today. And then when you are inspired, you don't have to do anything with it, but just acknowledge, wow, that is inspirational. I'll have more of that, please. Thank you for sharing. And Paige says, in devil's lettuce. Right. Yeah, it could be anywhere. Because, I mean, how many times do you get, like, food or something that looks like a work of art? And you're like, wow, I could turn that into, like, a painting. And, like, look at all the colors. And, like, it can be anywhere. So, just a little food for thought for you today, literally and figuratively. I adore you all. Thank you so much for being here, listening and watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.